Yo, what up guys, OPTCG Daniel here, back at it again with a deck profile video. So today we're gonna do a channel's favorite. It is Trafalgar Law Red Purple, probably one of the best decks in next format with the EB. But yeah, now it's also in a really good spot because we got some new cards. And yeah, activate main once per turn, Don -3. Place up to one of your opponent's characters with 3000 power or less at the bottom of the owner's deck, and play up to one character card with a cost of 4 or less from your hand. So you shambles from the field to the bottom of the deck, so you can also remove the Okiku and the Borsalino without using any effects. So bottom decking is really good, and you just spam a body and you can swing. Really cool leader. I made a video on how to play this deck. It got 10k views almost, so I'll put it up here and you can watch the video to know how to play this deck. It went really viral for my channel, so definitely check it out. But yeah, for our one cost, you know it, I know it, everybody knows it. You play 4 Gordons. So Gordon is still one of the best cards in this entire deck. And we also got, of course, 2 times Raise Max. So Raise Max does the same what Gordon does. So now you have 6 copies to reduce cards. You could maybe, if you cannot afford the Gordons, just play 4 Raise Maxes, but you still want to have more options and more chances to see it, because they're not searchable, unless you run the Buena Vista Searcher, which I don't. For our next one costs, we of course play 3 times Otama. So Otama is here for 2k counter, and also just on play, give up to one of your opponent's characters, minus 2000 power during this turn. So if you don't have access to the Raise Max or some other cards that can reduce the power, just play this, but you want to use it for the 2k counter. But if you have nothing, just play it and then minus 2000. Then for our 2 costs, we play 4 times Sanji. So Sanji is here for the decks that will try to starve us, because you can just play this next turn, attach 2 Rested Dawn, take a life, and then it becomes a 7k beater on the field. So you get cards from your life to your hand, so you still have a hand size if they try to starve you. But still, also 2k counter, and yeah, good card. Then for our 3 costs, we only play 3 times Rush Zoro. So Rush Zoro is one of your best targets to shambles into, because you can just attack directly for 5k, or if you want to attach some dons, you can attach more. So this is basically just a swing rusher. Then for our other 3 costs, we play 3 times the other Zoro, the purple Zoro. So this card is really nice because you can just play that with your leader ability, and it is when attacking, so you don't need any dons attached. Just when you attack, you get a you get an active don from your don deck, so you just ramp with this card. You could combo it off with some other cards, like if they have a 6k body on the field or a 5k body, you shamble this in the next turn or something, you can reduce something, and then you can just swing into it without attaching any don, and then just again an active don for your other cards to play. Really good card, not really needed in the deck, but still, if you want to play it, you can play it, and if not, just cut it for some other reducing cost cards, or for the Law Searcher, when you have less Don than your opponent, look at top 5 at a Heart Pirates card or something. You can definitely play that, but I like the ramping package. Then for our other 3 costs, we play one of the most annoying blockers, Sharah. Sharah is really good. When attacking on block in your opponent's turn, this character card gets the base power of your leader at the start of your next turn. So if you play against Katakuri, they swing for 7, you just block it, it becomes a 7k, and then you can pitch a 1k counter to protect it. So that's really good. And then in your turn, you attach 2 dons on it, you swing into your leader, into your opponent leader, it becomes a 7k, because it changes to 5k then. So be mindful of that. A lot of people think, oh, if I put everything on the leader, and then I can swing and it becomes a 10k or something. That's not how it works. It's just a 5k in your turn, but in your opponent's turn, it gets the boost. A lot of people made that misplay. Then for our 4 costs, we play 4 times Ulti, and of course 4 times Page One. So I played purple Luffy for a very long time in Nationals also. So I really like the Page and Ulti combo. It's not really needed in this deck. You could swap it out for a Bepo, the film Bepo, or you can cut it out for Gamma Knife or something else, but I really like it because it also acts like a 2k counter, and you can just don -1, you play this, you have 2 bodies on the field against Akatsuki, or some other decks that you want to go white to, so I really like it. And it's just a 6k against 6k leaders, just because Whitebeard won a online regional, you might see some Whitebeards, and Page One is really good against Whitebeard, because this deck just sucks against 6k leaders. Then for our other 4 costs, we play 4 times Bepo, and we play 4 times Sachi and Penguin. So in my how to play Red Law video, we said mulligan till you see one of these in your hand, because these are really important, because this is your main way of ramping. The Bepo is on play when attacking. If your opponent has more Don cards on the field than you, add up to 1 Don card from your deck and rest it. And the Sachi is on play. If you have 3 or less Don cards on your Don field, play up to 2 Don cards from your Don deck and rest it. So these are your main ways of ramping, and you want to see this in your opening hand. But for more information, just check out the video. Then for other 4 costs, we play 3 times the Law. So I really like reducing costs, not reducing power on the field, by playing characters, because then you have a body. I don't really like the event cards, because yeah, you just don't gain a body, and you play this, and then you can minus something like a shambles, and you have 2 bodies on the field, so that's really better, in my opinion. But yeah, you want to see whatever works for you. But still, on play, give up to 1 of your opponent's characters minus 2000 power during his turn. So it's basically just the same as the Otama, but with a bigger body. So you can play it and then swing for 5, 1k counter. Yeah, not really a lot to talk about. It's gonna be a quick deck profile video, because I would just recommend you to watch my other video. For other 4 costs, the new addition, it is Finsmoke Reiju. So this card is just picobello. It's super nice. On play, if the number of Don cards on your field is equal or less than your opponent's, and you have 5 cards in your hand, draw 2 cards. So if you need counter power, if you need cards, if you need combo pieces, just hard play this. Or if you wanna minus your leader ability, then play this. You can also do that, of course. But still, hard playing or using your leader ability is all fine with this card. Just be less or equal than your opponent, and then you can draw cards. And yeah, refinish your hand. Then for our last cards, our 5 costs, we play 4 times Captain Eustass Kid. So I play it 4 times because yellow is very active and famous, of course. And they have a hard time dealing with 5k blockers. But if they have reject, they will just reject you. But they play reject at 2 or 3, so it's not really that common for them to find it. So at the end game, just play 2 of these and just sit behind it. And of course, its effect's also really good. If you minus a Don in your turn, you can get 1 Don back and set it as active. So you could also play Radical Beam in this list, because this will give you 1 Don. But you gotta play it like that 1 Don will play another body. So if you have like 3 Dons, you know, you have this on the field, just do something with minus, you get 1 Don, you have 4, and then you can play a 4 cost on the field, etc, etc. Just play it like that, but if you wanna use like a Radical Beam, you can cut a Page or Ulti or one other card you wanna have. I don't really like leaving Dons open. I would like to play the 0 cost event in this deck, but it's not really that good in this deck. But yeah, that's a very quick deck profile. Like I said, I made a video on how to play it, deck list, mulligan, gameplay, so watch that video for more information. And this is just a quick deck profile on a build that I have / made. But yeah, that's it for me. If you like the video, give it a like. If you dislike it, dislike it. If you want to see more content, subscribe. And let me know what deck profile you want to see next. Alright, peace.